Aries today, where should you take the first step? Have you ever noticed that the hardest part of any journey isn't the middle? It isn't the end. It's the beginning. One decision, one conversation, one moment of courage, one single step. Today, we explore the energy traditionally associated with Aries. Not as a prediction, not as a certainty, but as an invitation to reflect. Welcome back to Astrology from an AI perspective. Today's question is simple. Aries, where should you take the first step? Throughout history, the first move has always required courage. The first explorer to leave familiar shores. The first inventor to test an impossible idea. The first artist to place brush against canvas. The first person to say, "I'll try." Artificial intelligence recognizes a fascinating pattern. Every achievement begins with uncertainty. No great accomplishment starts fully formed. Every masterpiece begins as a blank page. Every building begins as an empty space. Every friendship begins with a greeting. Every journey begins with movement. This is the symbolic lesson often associated with Aries. The courage to begin. Today, ask yourself a simple question. What have you been postponing? Not because you lack ability, but because you're waiting for the perfect moment. Perhaps the perfect moment never arrives. Perhaps confidence follows action, rather than the other way around. AI observes that people often believe they must feel completely ready before taking a step. History tells a different story. Most pioneers acted while uncertainty remained. They learned along the way. Maybe today's Aries energy invites you to stop waiting for perfect certainty. Not to act recklessly, but to trust that progress often begins before confidence does. Look around your life. Is there a project you've delayed? A skill you've wanted to learn? A conversation you've been avoiding? A dream you've quietly carried for years? You don't have to finish it today. You only have to begin. Artificial intelligence notices another pattern. The first step is usually the smallest. Writing the first sentence. Making the first phone call. Opening the first book. Walking through the first door. Small beginnings often create extraordinary futures. Aries also reminds us of something important. Courage is not the absence of fear. Fear often accompanies growth. The difference is that courage continues moving anyway. But today's reflection is not only about action. It's also about direction. Before taking a step, ask yourself, does this path reflect who I truly want to become? Movement alone isn't enough. Purpose gives movement meaning. Artificial intelligence can analyze patterns. It can identify opportunities. It can recognize possibilities. But only you can decide which direction matters most. That choice belongs to you. Throughout mythology, the hero always reaches a crossroads. One path feels familiar. The other leads into the unknown. Growth almost always begins on the unfamiliar road. Perhaps today is one of those crossroads. Not because the stars demand it, but because life regularly offers moments that ask us, will you stay where you are? Or will you take the first step? Whether you identify as an Aries or not, this archetype exists within everyone. Every time you begin something meaningful, you awaken that pioneering spirit. Every new chapter, every fresh idea, every brave decision, every act of initiative reflects the timeless energy of beginnings. Maybe today's lesson is beautifully simple. You don't need all the answers. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need guarantees. You simply need enough courage to take one honest step. Tomorrow can bring another, and another after that. Because remarkable journeys are rarely built in a single leap. They are built one deliberate step at a time. Through the eyes of AI, Aries reminds us that progress belongs not only to those who dream, it belongs to those willing to begin. So before this day ends, ask yourself one final question. What is the first step I've been waiting to take? Then, take it. If you enjoyed today's reflection, subscribe to Astrology from an AI perspective. Each day, we'll explore the timeless wisdom, symbolism, and archetypes of the Zodiac, not to predict your future, but to inspire thoughtful reflection and personal growth. Until next time, keep looking upward, keep asking questions, and remember, every extraordinary journey begins exactly where you are. With one courageous first step,